as I try to get this working the right way. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, start way down on the YouNow channel at 132 when we start. 132. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see if the YouTube stream got a few things going down. Bam! There we go. There we go. And here we are. All right, everybody, what's happening? It's your boy Onyx here with Going Full Nerd. See, I got that working, right? That's how we make it happen. So, as always, 6 p.m. on Sundays, I've got The Talk Show with your man, Onyx. And this week it's been something. It's been hot as hell, as evidenced by the green, what's the best way for me to call this? The big green t-shirt. You know, I don't like to use the term, wife beater. That's just negative connotations all the way. But it's been a very interesting week as far as the stuff that I really nerd out about, and that's comic books and video games. Comic books and video games and just all sorts of news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con this week. I couldn't go. I mean, let's keep it real. Your boy has a real hard time making it out to a lot of conventions. I mean, normally I cover and I handle New York Comic-Con every October. This year is the first year that they didn't approve my press credentials. Therefore, your boy's going to be sitting at home while New York Comic-Con is going on, and I'm going to be there just like this. Looking real sad. But that's okay, because coming up August 11th through the 14th, I'm going to be covering Super Smash Con, a Nintendo fan convention here in the Washington, D.C. area, and bringing that information straight to you. Now, San Diego Comic-Con and what's going to happen on Going Full Nerd this week. Well, I plan on putting out a ton of videos this week. I know I don't usually put out a whole lot of videos. My whole scenario, my whole, broadcasting life has gone from here down to here because things have been just like way too busy. But I'm going to go ahead and make the time to start recording some snippets and some more of my famous comic book previews and reviews. So, first up, we're going to get the review, or shall I say preview, of The Killing Joke. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. When I say The Killing Joke, I just got the chance to take a look at, I just got a good chance to take a look at that straight-to-DVD, Blu-ray video by Warner Brothers. And as always, I'm going to say Warner Brothers is number one. Number one. Not number 5, not number 10. They're number one when it comes to animated features. I mean, this was awesome. Now, I'm going to give a full review, but that'll be out on Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll have that video uploaded, running, talking, blah, 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 for The Killing Joke, released on DVD, video, and digital on demand, and in actuality will be in select theaters tomorrow. Kevin Conroy as Batman, Mark Hamill as the Joker, Tara Strong as Batgirl. Oh, classic stuff. But back to all the news coming up from San Diego Comic-Con. Seen a little video game news. I'm going to stay on the DC Comics front. DC Comics, they showed more footage of Injustice 2. If you remember Injustice, that was the Mortal Kombat-like fighting game that was produced using the Warner Brothers superhero properties. Superman, Batman, Solomon Grundy, Aquaman, and all that. they just released some new footage over the past week and at Comic-Con where they're going to have, Blue Beetle makes an appearance. They also had, where they made a little announcements a little before, Atrocitus and a few other, I'm not going to call them obscure DC Comics characters, but they're going to be new DC comic characters. That's awesome. That's hot. Also staying on DC, they made a few other announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. They showed the trailer for Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad's final trailer, and a whole lot more stuff. Sorry, I got that little, whatchamacallit going, that little back and forth, that little camera action. I got to work on that camera a little bit. They had the Suicide Squad trailer. They had the, final footage from Suicide Squad plus the Be Real stuff. Then they had the Wonder Woman trailer. Then they had a teaser trailer for Justice League, which a lot of people would sit back and say, well, after Batman versus Superman, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about Justice League. Well, I'm going to put it to you this way. Looking at the trailer, not saying much because trailers are supposed to look damn good. But looking at the trailer, I'm actually kind of excited. I wasn't excited for Batman versus Superman. Something about that whole thing felt rushed. And that's what the deal was with Batman versus Superman, in my opinion. But seeing that Justice League trailer, it looks like that's not going to be too rushed, but it looks pretty good so far. And I will say I can't wait till week after next, Suicide Squad. That's looking pretty good. They had me worried just a little bit because they sent it back for some reshoots. Why would you send stuff back for reshoots that quick or that close to the release date? Is it added features? Is it added footage? Is it something new? Don't know. Hopefully it works for them and hopefully it's good. Welcome to everybody that's joined in. You'll be able to catch the replay here on Going Full Nerd on YouTube. You can catch that on YouTube. And then for those of you watching on YouNow, if you're watching on you, let me say it again, watching on YouNow, you can see it live, chat, comment windows on YouTube and YouNow and all that good stuff. And I'll go ahead and answer. And I appreciate any thumbs up, likes, bottles popping, all that good stuff that you want to go ahead and contribute to let me know that you like what you see. Now, continuing on with DC Comics, they also had appreciate for the pop bottle Roger M on YouNow. Appreciate that. So, what I'm going to say here is the Wonder Woman trailer. I got a good look at the Wonder Woman trailer. Wonder Woman trailer, they pulled a let's go back in time and find out how Wonder Woman came to be, which was that's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. I mean, that's kind of what they did on the Marvel side, but we're going to talk a little bit about Marvel a little bit later in this broadcast when I get to the last half of it. But, as you can see by the hat, the only reason why I got the Marvel hat on right now is because I got the green, it matches, I try to make that look right, But anyway, appreciate the invite of your 2,066 fans over to my broadcast. Bring a tear to my eye. Thank you. But anyway, so taking a look at that Wonder Woman, first of all, the poster for Wonder Woman. The poster for Wonder Woman was fly. The poster for Wonder Woman is straight fly. I mean, have y'all seen the Wonder Woman poster? Have you seen the Wonder Woman movie poster? I mean, it's classic. I'm a big, what's the word am I looking for? I am a big, what's the best way for me to put it? I am a real, I'm a connoisseur of good movie art. Let me see if I can pull that up and let you guys take a quick look at it. Boom. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna view this image. We're gonna view the Wonder Woman. We're gonna view the Wonder Woman. Boom. That's the Wonder Woman. Let's go ahead. Let me adjust the zoom on this. Let y'all take a better look. Like I guess I can get it. That's the Wonder Woman movie poster. That's the art from the Wonder Woman movie poster. I know it's not much to take a look at. I should have adjusted some more. But that's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. Got the almost looks like a classic Wonder Woman poster. I mean, it's on fire. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. You know, now the thing about it, what they did do is they took Wonder Woman back. They took her back to where she first met. You can tell it's a World War I or World War II motive. Basically, those flashback pictures they showed in Batman vs. Superman inside of that trailer. That was hot. Now, ooh, yeah, let that go. Fast forward, not flash forward, but fast forward to the new Justice League film, which that seems like it's going to be pretty hot too. Don't get it wrong. I like the way they brought it in. They show Batman gathering the League. Now, for those hardcore comic book fans, we all know Batman didn't create the League. Heck, Batman wasn't even a member of the Justice League until like well into their history. But noticeably absent from the trailer, obviously, was Superman, because Superman died in the Batman vs. Superman movie. Spoiler alert after the fact. If you haven't seen Batman v Superman by now, you wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, so I have no mercy on spoilers at this point for something you should have been saw, months ago. Now, if you check out my YouTube channel, Going Full Nerd, obviously on YouTube, you would know that I did not give the Batman v Superman movie a good review. Now, I've gotten a few little buzz in my ear of people saying, yo, check out the extended cut. The extended cut, player. The extended cut is on point. It is like, dragging people back in. It's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get everybody right, and it fills in all the blanks. And I'm like, okay. So eventually I'm gonna take a look at the extended cut, give a full review on that in comparison to the original theatrical version that I took a look at and felt like this for. Whatever. All right. So, Justice League. I like the way they brought it out. They had a little humor. They focused a hell of a lot on Aquaman in that particular trailer. Hot, cool, but with the absent Superman, who's going to be the focus? Because it's obviously they're going to try to focus on Aquaman as the muscle of the group. And then with the little catch line at the, I heard you talk to fish. Like, really? Really, Blair? Really? Really? Quaint. Cool. Let's try to masculine up Aquaman after screwing him over for 18 million years and treating him like the brunt of the joke, riding two dolphins on the back of a seahorse back in the 1970s. But I digress. I'm not the one. We're going to see what it looks like, but it looks good so far from the trailer. Now, last but not least, I'm going to talk DC Comics or Warner Brothers Television. Whoo! Official announcement. Flashpoint. Let me say that one more again. Flashpoint. Oh, that's the theme for the current season of The Flash coming up on the CW network. That's hot. That's on fire. So, we're going to get some dynamics. I wonder how close it's going to relate to the Flashpoint of the comic books. But for now, it looks good. Not too bad. Let's see how that lasts. And see how they kind of intermingle it, because Warner Brothers has stepped up their game. DC Comics has stepped up their game when it comes to, let me say it one more time, television and superheroes with their interconnected television shows. Because now we also have the Arrow, which they made some real cool announcements during the Arrow trailer TV premiere, like the return of Black Canary. Not sure if it's going to be on Arrow or on another show, or if it's the alternate universe version that popped up in the Flash last year. But they're bringing Diana Lance's character back, which is going to be awesome. Then what I'm also going to kind of throw out there is this. they're also going to have a lot of obscure DC Comics heroes on there, such as Mad Dog. They're going to have the villain Prometheus, who's going to be a main antagonist. And for those of you who don't know Prometheus, it kind of goes along with my argument that, as far as CW television, they made Arrow Batman for television. But anyway, that's a whole long other story, and you can check some of my past videos here on the YouTube channel to kind of know how I feel about that. But one of the coolest things that I can say is that between The Flash and Arrow, which are the two anchor shows for the CW network and their superhero genre, Legends of Tomorrow is coming into their own. I can't wait to see how the Flashpoint events from The Flash goes ahead and, creates an issue with that, but that's going to be awesome. I'd like to give a what up to my man Dark Revenge Productions for joining the You Now live stream. Appreciate it, bro. Glad to see you here. Now, let's get through the DC comic stuff so I could go ahead and finally appreciate the thumbs up. The 10 of them, bow, from my man Dark Revenge. But anyway, let me throw it out here like this. Supergirl makes her way over to CW network after being canceled on the CBS channel. Cool, not bad. I could deal with it, and it had a better fit on the CW network anyway. Leaves a bigger, better chance for Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash to all go ahead and connect. So that's some of the big stuff that came out of San Diego Comic-Con for DC Comics. Other stuff, I'll go ahead, pick and choose, and I'll get some videos up this week with a little more detail, a little shorter, a little quicker, and that's what's going on. What up to my man Pyro Design for joining in on the You Now live stream chat. Appreciate that. Now, I will also throw out there, as far as, let's switch over to my favorite. Let's switch over to Marvel. Now, I gave love to DC. DC, as I always say, DC is trying to bring their movie level up here. Their cartoon levels are all right here already. And Marvel, we hurting on the cartoon front. But we trying to make our way through because, Marvel has some issues before Disney bought them out. So let me throw this out here. Let me put this out here for you. All right? Marvel made some real good announcements over the past few days out in San Diego Comic-Con. First of all, Netflix properties. Daredevil just got picked up for season 3. Season 3, man. 3 seasons of Daredevil. Daredevil has proven itself to be a standout hit. But we were also treated to 3 Netflix Marvel teaser trailers. First of which is being Luke Cage. Now, a lot of people will be like, Luke Cage? Who the hell is Luke Cage? If you are not a hardcore comic book fan, okay, Luke Cage, a.k.a. Power Man, who made his first appearance in the Jessica Jones Netflix series. So I recommend that you go back and watch that so you can get an idea on what he is. But as one of the primary African-American superheroes that is established in the comic books, it's kind of monumental to have Luke Cage on the small screen or even the big screen because of the lack of diversity and taking a character who's been established and fleshing it out so that everybody can check it out. That's something I've always liked and always will like, and is pretty damn hot. Now, let me throw this out one more time. Now, let's roll it up into the next teaser trailer, okay? And oh, by the way, I love the Luke Cage trailer because of they were playing Old Dirty Bastard in the background. I would play it here, but I would get a content hit on YouTube if I play that. But I will let you know, Luke Cage, Michael Coulter, you're doing a damn good job. But they showed a teaser trailer for the Immortal Iron Fist, Danny Rand. So that was pretty hot. For those of you who know the comic books, Power Man and Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire, Best Buddies. So to get both of those coming up real soon is going to really flesh out some characters and get your Marvel street level characters, a.k.a. for those comic book fans in the room known as Marvel Knights, Marvel Knights. Yeah, y'all ain't ready for this. Daredevil, Poundman. Marvel Knights. Okay, that's something I love that. The references, I just love it. But to have the Marvel Knights come to the small screen in this type of fashion where it's kind of almost unfiltered, uncut, is pretty damn awesome. You know, we all know that the Punisher got announced that they're working on trying to get a Punisher series going. But the biggest teaser trailer that I liked out of the Marvel Netflix properties was the Defenders. They just did a real, it wasn't showing any of the actors. It wasn't showing any footage. But it just let you know that it's on its way by showing different elements from all of the Netflix series. Big ups on that. Loved it. So now let's transition from Marvel television onto Marvel movies. We all know that this year we've got another Marvel movie coming out. And that is, how do you do it? Like this. Not Spider-Man, but like this. Doctor Strange. So with Benedict Cumberbatch, y'all know, you know the guy from Sherlock. He played Khan in Star Trek. If you don't know Benedict Cumberbatch, you wrong, son. That's all I'm saying. But Benedict Cumberbatch in that trailer looks good. I'll tell you, I'm kind of digging it. It's a different take on stuff that we've seen so far in the Marvel Universe, but everybody said Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be bad and was pleasantly surprised. As far as when it comes down to, Marvel movies, Doctor Strange is another wild card, but hey, Marvel's, batting 1,000. I'm looking forward to it. Little skepticism, but we'll see how that goes. It all depends on how many Easter eggs, how many connections to the pre-existing Marvel movies there are, and whether or not people enjoy it. That's going to be the big thing. That's due for a release in November. Flip back real quick to Marvel Television. Ghost Rider. Yes, Ghost Rider is planning on making an appearance on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which a lot of people are feeling that the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. television show actually killed plans for the Inhuman movie that was originally planned way, way, way long ago. But they're bringing in Ghost Rider. But it's not the Ghost Rider that you're used to. Ghost Rider was recently acquired back property-wise from New Line Cinema. So pretty much Marvel got free reign to do with whatever they need to do with their Ghost Rider character, as well as Blade, which they got back in that same transaction. So now they're introducing Robbie Reyes, if I remember that's the right name, because other than Johnny Blaze, so lovingly played by Nick Cage, just to give that look, lovingly played by Nick Cage in the 2 Ghost Rider films that already came out. What I will say is this, as your favorite nerd. Robbie Reyes is not a motorcycle, he drives a car. Still is the spirit of vengeance, but for that to show up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm really got the question marks kind of bouncing and running around my head, trying to figure out, how are they going to work that in? Supernatural stuff? Are we? But I'm sure it's going to be a connection to the Doctor Strange film coming out in November, which is the reason why they're doing it. Let you know, it's all connected. Ain't that the tagline they used to use? Yeah, it was. So now let's continue on. There are pictures that have been tweeted out of the Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. Yes, Thor Ragnarok, which is going to adapt the storyline of Planet Hulk from the comic books in the same cartoon of that name. But they tweeted out a picture of the Hulk's Gladiator armor, the World Breaker Hulk armor. So take a look at that on Twitter. I'll put the links in the comments on the YouTube video so you can check this video out along with all that news on the YouTube channel, Going Full Nerd. I got to do the shameless plug, slide that up in there like that. So now, let's flip through this and go through the last couple of things before my time runs out, because I'm on a limited time frame for this and we're going to keep it short. So let's go. Brie Larson has been selected and officially announced as Captain Marvel. Hey, a lot of people wanted Ronda Rousey, but hey, Brie Larson, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what makes it work. Michael B. Jordan is actually a villain inside the new Black Panther movie. And if I can, what's his name? I can't remember the villain's name because I've never really been a follower of Black Panther's comic book. I will tell you that for a fact. I've always read his books inside of Fantastic Four. I've always read him inside Avengers books, but seen him inside some X-Men books, but I've never followed his series. So I'm going to have to get up some back issues so I can get some history on some of these villains before I go see that movie when it does eventually come out. But that's going to be cool. And Brie Larson is going to make her first appearance as Captain Marvel in Avengers Infinity War Part 1. Forgot what they changed the title to, but, you know, neither here nor there. We still got a little while before that movie comes out. Also, last but not least, San Diego Comic-Con was real cool about putting out some information and promo art and a little footage of Spider-Man Homecoming that they've gotten so far, and it has been confirmed that the Vulture, yes, the Vulture is a villain inside of Spider-Man Homecoming. So that's going to be awesome, even though we don't know which actor is playing them. They've also confirmed the roles for certain people, Flash Gordon, Liz, and then Zendaya. You know, the girl from KC Undercover, you know, new character. Wow. So they're kind of making slight adjustments to the Spider-Man mythos by taking some characters that they've recently created and putting them in a little historical aspect. But that's why this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe and not the comic book. So I can't wait to see how that turns out. And Tom Holland is looking pretty good as Spider-Man. Hopefully he can fit, you know, pretty well. The appearance inside Captain America Civil War was pretty damn awesome. Whew! Finally, topping that off at the end. We've gotten to the end, folks. We're almost done. Marvel has gone ahead and created a new, let me say it again, a new intro to their movies. If you remember, Marvel pretty much had a pretty bland intro to their movies, flapping through comic books and all that good stuff. Now, Marvel Studios has a brand new intro so you can know what is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ooh. They showed footage and images from all the Marvel films that are connected at this point. And go into the 3D flash effect. Looks pretty damn good. I like it. So, hey, whatever works for them. They paid somebody a lot of money in their design team to make that happen. So, good deal making that work for you. Now, Fox. Let's talk Fox for a second. And let's talk Marvel. Fox Marvel. And that's what I'm going to call it. Or Marvel Fox. This was an issue of Marvel actually running out of money at one point and dealing with the devil, Fox. That's why we had such bad movies like Fantastic Four 3 times. That's why we had such issues with the X-Men films. They were horrible, then they got better, then it's like, So now Fox is kind of playing with Marvel. I don't know. I'm hoping that they can work it out with Marvel like Sony did with Spider-Man, but things are still kind of cuckoo in my brain because I just saw the preview trailer for Legion. It's a television show that's going to be on the FX network, if I remember correctly. Co-produced by Fox and Marvel. Or it's produced by Fox with permission from Marvel. There's a difference. Okay, so putting that out there is this. If you know the characters from the X-Men mythos, Legion is the son of Gabrielle Haller, a character that has not been mentioned in the X-Men films to my knowledge. Maybe I missed an Easter egg or something. I think they may have mentioned her in Future Past or maybe even in one of those films. I can't remember. It was probably one of those quick, you blink and you miss it. And Professor Charles Xavier. With that being said, this character in the TV show doesn't look like he has a connection to either one. Though they do freely throw the term mutant around, saying he must be the most powerful mutant. Okay, all right. And they show hints of him having a fractured personality and manifesting different powers. Whew. How you going to turn that into a drama, I don't know. But they're doing it as a 13-episode series that they'll be releasing, I believe, this fall or early next year. So let's be on the lookout for that. Kind of look at that with a little side eye and not a whole lot of expectations. But I'm getting kind of hurt about how the X properties are being treated in the comic books as well as in the movies and television. And man, X-Men has fallen so damn far. But anyway, that's your boy Onyx here for the end of this week with hold on, let me get it right. Going Full Nerd. I did it right. So hey, peace out everybody. That's a little recap. I'm going to be doing some mini videos, going a little more in depth in some of the subjects that I touched upon in the talk show this week. So hey, peace out. Do something positive for somebody. And I'm out of here. Later. Woo. Wait a minute. Let me hit it with the ooh, ooh. There it is.